So, you want to know what the 5 secrets are of succeeding as a property investor. So, I made this quick video basically. I get a lot of people asking me, how do you succeed at property? What has been your success at such a young age as being a property investor? Now, I've kind of narrowed it down. I thought I'd make a video about it, just giving you guys 5 simple secrets that you guys should be able to master to have good, solid success in your property investment journey. First secret is, maybe not a secret, but it's your work ethic. Work ethic is the most important thing. It's so overlooked, you have to put in your time, you have to put in the effort that other people are not willing to put. If you've got a job, maybe after work, you're going to be at it and you've got to give the maximum input that you possibly can to actually succeed. I mean, this is a business. You've got people waking up in the morning as soon as they can, finding deals, literally living and breathing property deals, trying to find property deals, searching for waking up in the morning, calling the agents, getting the viewings, getting the team sorted. People are doing this on a day in, day out basis, and you need to get on the action and to actually have the first line, which is the work ethic. Now, if you're having problems doing that, what you've got to realize is that, let's say you have a good day, a solid day that you're absolutely pushing, and you've been smashing it in the property. You've called 50 agents, you've had 5 investor phone calls, 5 meetings. You've viewed the property, you've put in 2 offers in one day. You've been doing it absolutely amazing. If then the next day you slack off, there's another person that's doing exactly what you did the day before, but again every single day. So make sure you're on the grind and make sure you've got the work ethic dialed. Now that's the first one. Now I'm going to give you the best tip in my opinion at the end, and that's the last one, so do stay tuned and take a listen. Tip number 2 is get yourself a mentor. Now I've been lucky enough to have many mentors. Now even some of my investors are my mentors and buy sort of property deals off me, and we work together and they mentor me and help me grow. I've had a mentor when I was younger, when I was doing newspapers delivery. I then worked in a restaurant. The restaurant owner became a mentor of mine, then gave me a job, and I moved up as forex trader and then asset manager for them. So all for it, you have to get a mentor. It doesn't matter if it's online or in person. Now, if you're going to be doing online, I strongly recommend Samuel Lee. I was actually mentored by him and I've joined the academy, so that's another mentor that I strongly do recommend, which kind of ties into the fact of sort of getting educated with the right mentor and having a mentor that actually respects you. Now, you have to get that first step sort of dialed up. If you've got that work ethic, then your mentor will come. You can't obviously lose out on the first step and then expect to have a mentor to then actually want to do business with you and grow with you, because obviously the mentor wants to see that you're going to potentially provide some sort of value back to them in the long term, like the way the investors are with me now. The third secret is having a skill. Now, you want this skill, you basically want to become the best at the skill that you choose, whether it's going to be specifically going to be in development, whether you want to do a property business like sourcing, whether you want to do service accommodation, whether you want to do HMOs, whether literally any sort of thing that you want to do, you want to make sure that you become an expert at it. You want that skill to be your best skill, because otherwise you won't be getting paid unless your skill is good enough for you to be paid. It literally is the way it is. If you can provide a business and you provide a service, then you will be paid for that skill. What I would recommend is that you need to become known for a skill that you are good at. Everybody needs to know you for that one specific skill. Everybody in your circle, every single person around you needs to know what you do. And for example, you need to tell everybody that everybody knows you are the one to go to. That comes by telling other people what you do. For example, you could be outside, you get chatting and saying, hey, I'm a property investor, what is it that you do? And then they say, oh, I didn't know you were a property investor. My friend wants to sell a house, can you potentially help them? These are all things that you need to get yourself out there and known for, and make sure other people know that you actually have that skill. And now obviously you need to get educated to have that skill, which is something that you need to get with your work ethic, and you need to also get done by your mentors. Secret number 4 is your power team. Now, a power team is very key in your property investment journey. Now, who are the people that you would be including in your power team? So for starters, you've got your solicitor. You want to make sure the solicitor know where the funds are coming from, they can complete fast. There are solicitors that's sort of up to date. They know how to potentially save on capital gains tax, sort of stamp duty stuff. They know quite a few things, and they can potentially get your deals over the line fast by giving you potential property indemnity insurance, by making your sales getting purchased within sort of even a week completion, because that's all done with the power of a solicitor. For example, you can go in, put an offer on a property and confirm with them that you're going to be able to exchange and complete within a week or 2 week time period, which is something that if you've got a good relationship with a good solicitor that you've bought many properties through before, they will be interested in obviously helping you out, and that's for number 1 with a solicitor. Then you've got to either get your sources or your investors, depending on which side of the spectrum you're on. Either if you're an investor, you need to obviously be networking with other investors and sources to get these deals, or if you're a source, you need to be networking with investors to get the deals funded and to make money in the first place in the property investment business. Then I would say that you've got to find your builder that you're building a relationship with, a builder that knows how you work, knows what's expected, knows that at the end of the day, you're trying to make money and they need to make sure that you make money as well to keep themselves in business as well. So it's a team effort, and you need to make sure that these builders will come under budget, will come under time scale, know how to get the job done, and don't mess around, and make sure that everything is done correctly and how it should be. Then again, after builders, you've got to have your estate agents. Number one key, you've got to become best friends with your estate agents. You've got to be able to pick up the phone, your estate agent knows who you are. Say, hey Ali, I know you're probably calling about this property, it's just come straight in the market. What do you want to put off for? Or they call you beforehand saying, hey, do you want to see this property? Or even you want to get such close with these estate agents. So I'm having estate agents. I mean, a way to actually get this, I would give a tip in terms of how to get these estate agents is, for example, let's say you've got one property on the move and one property is happening at the moment, for example, refurbishment. Bring over a couple of estate agents to come and value that property. While they're there, speak to them and say, hey, listen, you can still have this property. I'll tell you what, if you want me to give this property for you to sell, then you have to give me a flip property in return so I can keep myself in business and we can grow. So it's kind of a give-take sort of aspect when you're actually trying to grow a business in terms of finding the power team around you. So you need a good relationship with the estate agents, knowing that you're going to complete. You need to be truthful with what you do. You need to also make sure that you deliver on everything that you say. Another thing that you also need is your accountant. Your accountant needs to obviously take care of your bookkeeping. They need to make sure that everything is done correctly. That's pretty much an aspect that people sort of don't look at and they don't take care of. You actually need to get yourself a software. I recommend Hammock, I recommend Xeron. Any sort of these softwares, make sure you keep your sort of expenditure kept on a sort of platform where you know what's been spent, what you've spent, what you've paid, what you haven't paid, just so you get a good understanding of what you, for example, spent on, for example, a refurbishment. Another thing that I would then recommend in your power team is a tax advisor. Now, make sure this tax advisor is going to be claiming back your stamp duty. He's going to be helping you out in your capital gains tax or reliefs. He's going to be helping you out with a few sort of aspects like this. Tax advisor is great. You want your tax advisor and solicitor to work closely together, or you could potentially have a sort of, basically you want tax advisor and your solicitor to work closely together depending on who advises who and the best way to get major completions done. Maybe, for example, the tax advisor advises the solicitor to not charge stamp duty because they have already claimed it. And if, for example, HMRC challenges it, they can challenge the solicitor then through the tax advisor, and then we'll be subject to pay if we do have to pay, for example, stamp duty. And that's just an example for a tax advisor. Then, depending on what side of the spectrum you are in terms of your property investment journey, if you're looking more in terms of the development side, then you've got to get yourself a planning consultant on your team, somebody that can basically look at a site and say, yes, you're going to get planning, you're going to get this, this, and this. These are likelihoods of getting it, which then gives you sort of the confidence and the comfort to kind of go ahead with these deals and to kind of proceed onwards. And obviously then you've got your builder to price up things, and you've got your, you might need a quantity surveyor and all sorts, but these are just sort of things that your power team then will be able to outsource for you as well. But you need to have these key people in your power team there. Now, the last tip, the fifth secret that you guys need to take in consideration if you want to be successful in your property investment journey, and that is that you need to make everyone money. Every single person that you work with in your property investment journey, especially when you're trying to grow something, you need to make sure that they make the money as well. Now, what do I actually mean by that? You need to find a deal that, for example, pays your builders well to make sure there's a job there. You need to make sure that you're paying any estate agents, for example, literally, example being that when you give this property to an estate agent for them to sell, and you tell them, hey, listen, I'll give this to you if you give the property in return, you then also promise the estate agent, listen, I will then give this property back to you again for the resale if it's, for example, a flip property. Now, this estate agent sees that, okay, if he's going to work with, for example, Perium Empire, they know that they're going to make a lot of money doing so. So it's worthwhile to make sure that the relationship is there, because everyone makes money when, for example, when you should be making money. That everybody should be making money in property when you make money in property. If you're making money and other people aren't making money, then that is a sure way of not succeeding in the property investment journey. For example, if you send out your management team, we've got management teams that take care of properties that are too far for us to take care of. For example, if a management team goes out and views a property or sends their builders to view out a property or to whatever, even if they don't charge you for the viewing that they did, afterwards say, hey, listen, here's £20 for the viewing that you did, thank you very much. They know that any time they spend on you, they get something back in return. You know, for example, let's say your power team is negotiating something incredibly well. You manage to secure, for example, a gas connection. They know somebody that's connected in terms of the gas connection side. They manage to secure a wonderful sort of discount, saving you, for example, £400. At that sort of point, you then got to go and tell them, hey, listen, I know you just saved £400 for the company. Here is £100 for you. Now, these are things that go a long, long way, and then people start realizing that, wait a minute, if I'm making money with somebody or for somebody, I'm also making a lot of money myself as well out of the situation. And you've got to make sure that it's a win-win situation and everybody makes money when you make money. Like I said again, in terms of solicitors, you've got to make sure that they know you're going to be providing them with more and more properties. You've got to then tell the solicitors, listen, I know this one is at a little bit of a discount, but you're going to get another one in return, and you're going to get another one back. Now, there's no point saying it and not doing it, because that's straight away, that's how your business crashes. You've got to make sure that you keep delivering and you keep promising. Be generous in terms of making everybody money. You have to make sure your investors are making money. You have to make sure that they see the value in what they get. Thank you very much for watching. It's Ali here from ARM Empire. Please do subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and I'll make sure I'll reply back to you, and see you in the next video. Bye.